I was wrong. Okay, welcome back. Dannan and I have horses now. I've had a horse, but he just got a horse.
Score.
I almost drowned my horse.
What?
Yeah, on the way here, I almost drowned my horse.
Poor horse?
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
But apparently I am super tired. Alright, I'm gonna name my horse.
Yeah, I don't know if I like my horse's name, but he's stuck with it now.
What did you name him?
Black Stallion. I couldn't think of anything like original and creative enough.
Okay, I named mine Midnight.
I was gonna name him Black Beauty, but I'm like, no.
Hellm0uth might have liked that too much. He's not even here and making so many good jokes. So many good jokes.
He's gonna watch this later and be like, you guys. No, it's gonna be Dannan.
You guys made fun of me, don't you know? Oh no, wait, that's Alaskan.
Yeah, that was good.
It was close
You guys
enough.
made fun of me, yeah? It wasn't a very good, nice. I can't get my Canadian accent done. I think I would. I mean, I live like 2 hours away from the border.
You have a small Canadian accent, just not as heavy.
Oh, I know. There have been people that have come to like my area, been like, "Are you from Canada?" Like, no.
I am not going to hand you a donut. I don't know where that stereotype came from, but apparently it's like a huge stereotype that Canadians give their neighbors donuts.
Really?
I have no idea. I had a Canadian friend that I used to play WoW with all the time, and one of our guildies was like, "Oh, so do you go around handing donuts to your neighbors?" He goes, "Where'd you get that from?" And he goes, "I don't know, I heard it was a stereotype." I was like, oh my gosh.
Awesome.
The funniest part is to hear a Canadian person get mad. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm pretty sure they find it hilarious when Americans get mad, but I just think it's hilarious.
What was it? I saw a funny picture the other day, and it said something about the shortest Canadian fight, and there's like this one woman all dressed up for winter and holding a sign saying, "I'm a little upset."
The biggest uproar ever.
Yeah, it was.
That's hilarious. I have another Canadian friend who does really good who does a really good Scottish accent.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he actually fooled the voice directors, or I'm not sure exactly what they're called. Basically, the people who like look for talent and stuff like that, or in charge of that or whatever. He fooled them that his Scottish accent was genuine, and they thought that he was really Scottish, and so he started speaking like his normal voice with a Canadian accent, and they were like, "Wait, what?" They were so confused. It was hilarious.
Mm, I can do slight accents, but I don't think I could do it enough to where I could fool anybody. That's for sure.
My thing is that I will without knowing it, I will, like, when I hear somebody else's accent, I tend to copy their accent without even knowing it. And I'm like, sometimes I'm afraid that, you know, I'll do it around the wrong person. You know what I mean? And it'll cause issues, but like, it hasn't caused me any problems yet. But it's not like, you know, it's not like I'm meaning to or I'm trying to make fun of somebody. I just, like, I don't even know that I'm doing it at the time. It's crazy.
I'm like that.
It's hard not to pick up on somebody else's accent.
I've actually done that. Like, not even just around people that have like the accent. Like, there was a woman who was from England. She used to live around here for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd pick up on her accent, and I'd try not to do it while talking to her.
Yeah.
But even, and I don't know how this is gonna go, but like even like, cause I do have like a few people in my family who are gay,
Mm-hmm.
but you know when you get that like really heavy lisp, that I've picked up on that, and I've almost done it in front of like a few gay people,
Oh dear.
and I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I almost just, what's going on? I'm like, no.
Because you don't want them to think that you're making fun of them.
And exactly, I'm not like, and I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, a lot of the accents that I picked up have been from watching movies, and a lot of the movies where the accents came from
Mm-hmm.
have all pretty much been like a Robin Williams kind of film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like my Scottish one, I can't really do it very good, you know. It's kind of like that. I kind of got it from his Live on Broadway when he was doing his thing about golf. And then what was the other, the Irish, my way of doing the Irish one? It's like the Scottish, but I kind of put a little bit more singing to it, you know. I kind of give it a little bit of a rhythm.
That's good. Oh my gosh. The worst is to have Mexican and Filipino because my dad's side of the family is all Filipino, right? And my mom is side of the family is all Mexican, and so when I try to do one accent, I end up doing the wrong accent. Like if I purposely do it, I end up doing the wrong accent, and it gets so irritating. Or when I get like really angry, but I'm picking up on the accent. So like 1 second, a part of my speech will be sounding Filipino, and then the next part of the speech will sound super Mexican. I'm just like, what's going on?
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a woman that lives here who's from the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how long she's been living in the States, but she still has very broken English.
Mm-hmm.
But she is hilarious. She knows it.
Bloop, bloop. Okay, we should probably. What should we do? Probably mind. I don't understand why I'm having such a hard time to find stuff. Oh my gosh, there goes my yawning. Hard time finding diamonds.
Oh, so you know you got me doing it.
My bad.
That's fine. Oh, I want to go over to that area that I think Hellm0uth has is like a little mine or something, and start doing stuff. But I don't want to make him mad either. Other than what we've already done by joking about him.
I think he had enough with the trees. Good times, good times.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh. Alright, I'm just going to start strip mining. Heck with it.
I'm just gonna go around the lot and see if I can find some more diamonds. Nope, that's too close. Oh, nope. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I was actually having a discussion a little while ago. Shalea. I kind of discovered another spelling for the last name of family members. Because they had came from Canada and everything like that. And I asked her, I'm like, hey, have you ever heard of that name? She's like, no. And then I started talking about my lineage, and I'm like, yeah, I'm actually mostly French Canadian.
Yeah. That's cool.
She was like, all like, awesome, and like getting all excited.
You know, American stereotype that all Canadians must know each other. I wonder if they do the same, like if they feel the same way with Americans. Like, oh, I have this one American friend. Do you know him? You know what I mean? Because I've known people who would say stuff like that, like, oh yeah, no, I have a friend who lives in that same area of Canada. Would you know him? And they'd be like, no, this is kind of a big city or whatever. I don't know how I would know your friend, but okay. I wonder if they have that same stereotype for us, like, oh, my friend lives in the same city you do.
I don't know, like when I had Ashley, like the one relative I'm talking about, she'd be like my great grandmother, and she was like full-blooded French. Like she spoke French, from what I've been told, and I was kind of curious to see, but I think for any kind of foreigners, it's not, hey, do you know that person? It's more like the typical American stereotype is your obese person who's got that southern drawl, y'all.
That's true.
Howdy, y'all. And who's going to be slow. And be like, I'm a gun-toting American. I like my guns.
I have actually found that people stereotype me by the state that I live in. They automatically assume that I smoke pot. And I was like, no, I don't. Oh, you must have. Somebody goes, oh, no, I know you've done some kind of drug. No, I haven't. I think I would know. Pretty sure I haven't. It's just so funny.
It's like when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I've never done drugs. They're like, bull. I'm like, no, seriously. I'm like, it's never been my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of, like, for me, when you say Michigan, or when I say Michigan, people think the Lower Peninsula. They don't even, like, I swear no one even considers Upper Michigan. But for me, Upper Michigan is home, and that's automatically what I think of is Upper Michigan. I mean, we don't really have like any kind of, I guess, like stereotypes up here other than the little accent of, you know what I mean, eh? We do refer to ourselves as Ubers, though.
What is that?
It's, I don't know when it started,
Mm-hmm.
but it's basically just if you were born and raised in Upper Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a term that is associated with you. You are a Uber.
Oh, interesting.
And if you were born downstate, you're a troll. Because you were born below the bridge.
That's funny. I mean, not for people who were born there, but that's kind of funny.
I have some cousins that live downstate, and we kind of joke about it all the time.
I don't know. California is like, I don't know. California's so weird. We have so many different
Oh, yeah.
people living here. Like, when people hear that I live in California, they first get shocked, and then they're like, "Oh, well, you don't sound like you're from California." And I was like, "Well, what is somebody from California supposed to sound like?" And they're like, "Oh, you have a Valley Girl accent." And I was like, "No." That's actually very rare to find somebody with a Valley Girl accent in California. It's more of a South SoCal thing, and that's even rare for people in SoCal to have that kind of accent. Um, and then
Like
people,
the surfer accent kind of thing, too.
yeah, like,
Look, dude,
ooh,
man.
bro. They assume that we all surf. That's not true. I've never surfed in my life. I've been out to the ocean, I've just never surfed. That, and we have way too many, depending on what beach you go to. Like in San Francisco, there's beaches that have like just way too many jellyfish for you to even want to go out there. So we don't mess with that. Let me think. Oh, they assume that we all say y'all. But the difference between it is that like ghetto people have a different y'all than like I guess white people do.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
And then oh, and then South Californians feel like North Californians are like um, more laid back and more, I guess, ghettoer or something. I don't really know. They're not as hardcore as SoCal is, which isn't true at all. I've been to both areas, and the ghetto there isn't that much different from the ghetto here, at least in Sacramento. But like depending on how up north you go really depends on the environment that you're in, because even in my city alone there are so many different places. Like you can easily travel from like the ghetto to rich white neighborhoods in 5 minutes. There's Vietnamese areas, there's like mainly Filipino areas. You have all kinds of areas that are just, you know, um, like have a cultural, this is strictly this culture's. And then you have a lot of areas that are just a giant melting pot.
Yeah, here we don't really have. I mean, the town that I live in, if you follow that one link that I supplied on Twitter,
Oops.
it literally is just a very small town. I mean, we've got maybe 3,000 people living in the little town that I'm in.
Oh, wow.
Which I kind of like because, everyone really does kind of know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you go even an hour away
Oops.
to the bigger city, I mean, there's a college there. It's it's still like not as diverse as where you're at,
Yeah.
but there's still more culture there than what there is here in my little town.
Gotcha.
And up there, I mean, you really can tell, obviously because it is a college town, excuse me, where the slums are at,
Mm-hmm.
where the rich neighborhoods are at. So yeah, and then there is like a little mentality, once you get up towards the Keweenaw Peninsula,
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, from what I gather, a lot of people picture that as just kind of being like the very laid back, kind of carefree, don't care kind of attitude
Mm-hmm.
up that way. But it's no different up there than it is from the rest of the state, or at least from Upper Michigan, in terms of attitude and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where I'm at, in all honesty, like, I wasn't until I was in the 8th grade, which I can't quite tell you in terms of math how long ago that's been, is really when we got a family that came to town who were black. I mean, our town, it's like pure white people, except for this one Philippine woman who moved here with her 2 daughters because she married someone from town.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like white. And then this one guy married some woman from, I want to say she was from Trinidad. And that was really the first time that there's any kind of different ethnicity really within the town.
You're 26, right?
No, I'm 2 years older than you.
Oh. So then that means that was 15 years ago.
Okay.
Not to make you feel old or anything.
That's right.
That's funny.
We're like having like no luck this way at all.
Nope. There needs to be like a diamond detector.
I know there are some mods out there that you can install. I don't exactly know how to install them on a multiplayer server, but that kind of do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily a diamond, but it's like something where you create this tool or this item, and it'll kind of let you know like a value of what's kind of below you.
Mm-hmm.
In like say 1,000, it might be like a piece of coal. 8,000 might be redstone or something.
Got you.
And there goes my pick.
Mine's about to give out too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes behind the redstone there might be diamond, but
I'll try. Nope. Not there. Oh. There's Hellm0uth.
oh snap!
Speaking of which.
Be cool. Oh wait, that's right. He's not on voice chat.
He can
We
pop
can
in,
still
I
make
think.
fun of him all we want. Oh! Okay, be cool. Be cool.
I did that to what was it, Crimson and Patrick one time.
Mhm.
They were. I had to go somewhere. Oh my god! I'll pay him to me.
Oh,
And
it's too funny.
I was still connected to their call. So before Patrick had the chance to call me, I called. I added myself in, and I just heard them talking for a while. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's in the nether. Okay. And so I heard them talking for a while, and then I told him like, "Hey, you know, hi, how you doing?" And he was like, "Hi, how'd you pop in?" And I was like, "You still have us under group."
What's up?
That's hilarious.
What's up?
I just had a gas shoot at me.
Here's the question: do we TP him back?
That's a good question.
I'm on it.
Gas.
Alright, let me just go. Here's some space.
Actually, I can teleport to you, can't I?
Not if you're
Um,
in the nether.
Oh.
Yeah, you can only teleport to someone who's in the nether.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. So, what have you guys been up to?
Oh, nothing.
Failed attempts at trying to get diamond. Very
Yeah, we've
failed.
been doing a little bit of strip mining in that.
Hmm.
Haven't been real successful.
Oh, that sucks.
We have horses though.
What?
We have horses
Where?
outside.
In the pen.
Oh.
You gotta go find one though.
Let me put this stuff.
Dannan was gonna name one of them after your favorite thing, but then he decided not to.
Oh, really?
Tell him what the name is.
Do I want to know?
Yeah.
No.
No. Forget what was. Oh yeah, I was gonna name it Black Beauty. I considered Death Charger like the third.
Yeah. About that. Why do I have pumpkin pie?
Because I gave you pumpkin pie.
Oh. Okay.
Because it's delicious.
Yeah. I know it is.
You sure?
Yes. Positive. I guess you're down in the mine?
No, we're staring at our horses,
We really were.
admiring their beauty.
Well, I do have a sword in hand.
So I have a question
Okay.
for you, Hell, because Dannan and I were talking about some stereotypes and whatnot.
All right.
Americans have the tendency to assume that not all Americans, but most Americans assume that all Canadians know each other, at least Canadians that live in the same area. Do Canadians have the same stereotype?
You mean, do Canadians think Americans know each other
Yeah.
in the same state?
Yeah.
Or
Or
state or town?
either one.
Not really.
Okay.
We don't. No.
Just curious. Because I know tons of Americans who have no problem asking Canadians if they know each other, if they hear if they live in the same area, whether regardless of it's like Providence or town or whatever.
Well, if you put it that way, I kind of know where Dan lives. I could bombard his house maybe if I eventually find it.
Well, technically he's not Canadian. Technically he's American-ish.
Yeah, Hellm0uth has actually probably driven through my town 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
in the past couple months.
Oh wow, really?
Yep.
Well, it's kind of close to the border where I am, kind of. Yeah, it's about maybe 5 hours. 6.
From you? Something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
I know I'm roughly about 2 hours away from the border.
Would you say you're on the border?
That would be in Sioux, Canada.
Well, which border though? There's a couple borders that are by me. There's the International Falls / Fort Francis, and then there's the Baudette Rainy River border.
Yeah, okay, I'm nowhere near those. I was referring to Sault Ste. Marie, Canada.
Oh, that one.
Town
Yeah,
that way. I'm about 2 hours away from there.
I hope that you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, give it thumbs up. Also, click the subscribe button, and all my links are down below, and anybody who was featured in this video, their link should be down below. If I don't put their links down below, please let me know ahead of time so that way I can put it in. Comment anything that you would like to see from me in the future, whether it's Minecraft related or not, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!